All right, so for grips, obviously there's moto grip, underhand grip. We'll start out with like how to hold the stick before we even get into that. And I usually go like shoulder width apart, just because I feel like you're the strongest there, like and quickest at that point. I mean, here you could be pretty quick, here you could be like strong, but I don't know, this kind of gives you the best range between the two. And for moto grip, like you want to always cock your wrists back so you're more powerful with your clamp, like on your wrists. And then underhand grip, like a lot of people don't know this, they usually just hold it out. You can't really get any power like that, so like when you go underhand, like cock your wrist underneath your stick, like this. That way, like it makes you real light on your hands, and you can like clamp down way harder because you're getting like a much like longer motion with the movement, like with your wrist turning. And that like a lot of people really don't realize that. I just learned it recently actually. But it's way, like that's how you see those guys who are real quick, like getting in and out with the underhand grip, or like real powerful on like a clamp. And that's because they just cock it the wrist like that. And then for stance, I don't know, it's all personal preference. A lot of people like to go on their knee. For me, I kind of just point my toe at like a 45-degree angle from the ball, about like one step off the ball. Sometimes I'll adjust, like depending on the game or like how it's going. Like maybe I'll get a little closer, or if I can think I can like fast break them, I might get a little further back if I know I'm like beating them on the whistles. And so I do like I said, 45-degree angle, one step from the ball, and then my back foot's like a little bit staggered and a little wider than shoulder width apart. And I'm still kind of pointing my toes like towards the ball, because when you like dig into your clamps, you call like you want to get to 2 o'clock, like this is 12. I kind of point my toes towards that like 2 position, just so I like know my body's going that way, like as I'm clamping into it. So for me, I come down, and like when I go down, I move it back even a little further and get my knee like almost down. So I'm almost down on a knee, but I don't really like to be all the way down because I feel like it's kind of slow to get up. And I'm like that, I bend my knee in, you just line up to the ball. And then when you're lining up, if you want to bring it a little closer, you want to do the same thing every time, just like get in the rhythm of it. Like I'll even practice like coming up and just how I line up. And you want to get it down, like you want to get the ball as far down to the throat as you can, just because like you want to cheat as much as possible. If you're not doing it, somebody else is, and it's going to be a disadvantage for you. So like sometimes you're going to get called for like touching the ball or being too close or leaning, but like you got to take that risk and just kind of feel the ref out. So when I come down, I do the same thing every time. I come in this way and I like cock my wrist back, I'm light on my hands, and I get it down as close to the throat as possible. And if I can get a little lean in, I will, and I'll put a little pressure on my hands. You don't have to like necessarily tilt your stick to get that lean. You just kind of press down, and if you get like close, you can see. Come over here. See, I'm here. If I put a little weight in, I'm a little like just centimeters closer, but that could be the difference.
Okay, so the weight on the hands, is that no weight on the hands going down until like right before the whistle? Is that pretty much standard?
Like usually I try to be real light, but like, and I'm not even like putting weight on my hands. I'm just pressing down a little bit.
Just kind of getting a little jump on the clamp.
I mean, and if your head, like depending on the flexibility of your head, some heads are gonna bend like a little more with less weight and less pressure, you know?
Okay.
So it all kind of varies, but I'm barely pressing down. I'm just getting like enough.
Okay.
To move my stick a little bit. All right.